Well, it's getting colder. Not a lot of people are showing up to the flea markets lately, which means I have to cover a lot more ground to get good stuff, but we'll see what's here at this one. Might be something. That's cool.
$2 a piece on them clamshells.
$2. Yep, thank you.
Thank you, man.
It's Toys R Us. What's your price on this guy?
$7.
7. What about your dinosaur here?
$7.
7 on him as well. I don't know what those are worth, but it seems like a lot. What? Oh, he's got some stuff. Oh wow.
Yeah, system, 2 memory cards, 1 control, 1 more controller over there.
Cool.
Wii U.
Wow. Nice. What's your price for this? The GameCube?
The Mario Bros. 80.
80 for everything?
Yeah, 2 memory cards.
Okay.
The memory card here the people $20 for one. 4 games.
$80. Oh, this game has some value as well. Yeah, this game is worth a bit. Like $20-ish, I think. That looks good. What about your Wii U?
50 for you.
50?
Me.
So what for both of them?
Right?
I might get both of them. Would you do less for that?
120.
120? I'd do that.
Okay.
100, 110, 120. There you go. All right, we got a GameCube and a Wii U. I needed a Wii U because I have a bunch of Wii U games I can't test. I think we did pretty good. Let's head out of here. So this is Miller's Flea Market in South Carolina. Haven't been here in a while, but it looks like a decent amount of sellers showed up, so hopefully there's something good. Everything $1 each. Wow. Old Game Informers. Bunch of random toys in here. I got 2 things here. Thank you.
Oh, you got a bag?
Yep. Well, so far, not that much here. Go ahead and do these buildings, though. The Legos. How much are your Legos here? $10. 10? Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Way to judge Legos though is they usually go for like $10 a pound, and this is at least a couple pounds right here, so $10 for this is a great deal.
I got those there, and I got some in here.
Awesome, thank you so much.
Marco, and he'll give you a price because he's the one that knows the price.
Oh, I got you.
So it'll come out to 30 and I'll be throwing those guys in.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Thank you so much, boss. Appreciate it.
Thank you. So I just bought a ton of Lego minifigures. I don't know how well you can see it. A couple like French Imperial and British Imperial and pirate stuff. But yeah, I got all these figures for $30, which is a great deal. How much are your Demon Slayer books? 50 cents. I'll do 15 for all of them. Thank you, I appreciate it. That's a killer find right there. 50 cents a piece. Really good movies in here. Wow. How much are your movies? 2 for $1. 2 for $1. I got 9 of them, or 18 of them. There's 9. I can probably fit them in my bag here. Thank you. Perfect for Halloween. A bunch of horror DVDs. How much are your little Wii remotes? $2. Cool. The place I trade games into, they sell these for $22, which is absurd, but I always get them if I see them for cheap. So yesterday I messaged somebody from Facebook Marketplace that had a bunch of Legos for just $100, like a bunch of really vintage 80s ones. So I'm gonna go head over there and meet them now. Alright, we're gonna stop at this Goodwill before we go and meet the person from Facebook. Never been to this one before. Gotta check the books, the movies, and the electronics and the toys. Alright, here's the toys first. This is mostly garbage. Guess that's why it's here. Wow, that's interesting. Any Riefenstahl. Might be worth getting. I always check Wii games for Wii Sports. So these books are pretty common. I sold the full set for $100. So if you ever see like a lot of them together, then it might be worth buying. I think there's 41 of them in total. There's Salem Slot. Check these out. Bunch of Edgar Rice Burroughs books. These can be valuable if you have a lot of them, so maybe we'll grab them. They have really cool covers. I have a bunch of these at home, so I can just put these with them. Yeah, let's get these. Here's the electronic section. Literally like 5 things. Alright, let's head out of here. We got some decent stuff. There's a little garage sale down here. I mean, it's almost 11, so there's probably nothing left, but we'll just take a quick look. There's a bunch of stuff here. Oh. It's cool. There's like a Yamaha thing. Sounds broken. I knew it. I know you guys are sick of me buying these, but see them for cheap. CD player. Let's get that as well.
What you do?
Dude, these are awesome. Bunch of Conan comics. 30 for all. Yep, definitely buy that. Yeah, I got these 3 books plus the CD player. And
Okay.
Are you firm on 30 for all those? Did you do like 25 for them?
You can do 25 for these. Yes.
I still want my strawberry.
There's 29.
29. Awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Enjoy.
Well, that was definitely worth stopping at. I don't know what these little Conan little magazines go for. I've seen them before. I think they have a little bit of value. Going to meet somebody from Facebook Marketplace now. They have a bunch of Legos that I bought, that I agreed to buy, so should be there in about 10 minutes. I picked up the Legos from that person. Now we're gonna go into this massive Goodwill. Never been to this one before, but we'll look at everything when we're back home. Let's go check the electronics. VCR player. I don't mess with it. It says HDMI. Wait a second, it does have HDMI. It's $5. Yeah, look, HDMI out. I'm not gonna look this up, but I know it's probably valuable, so we'll grab it. Always check the DVDs first. And whatever else is here. Frat Boy collection. Oh my gosh. That actually might be worth getting. It's kind of cheapy. Let's get that. Some other comic books here. These probably aren't worth getting. Let's get that though. I don't really know a ton about all this random household stuff, so I don't really look at it that often. But I'm sure there's a lot of good stuff here if you know what you're doing. What is this? It's for a Jeep. That's got to be worth more than $5. All right, let's just get this stuff. This looks good.
Okay, so we're finally back home. Let's check out the Legos we bought for $100. Then we'll review everything else we picked up and see how well we did. Spending $100 on a bin of Legos without seeing any minifigures in the picture is a bit risky, but there's a couple things in here that kind of caught my eye and I thought it'd be worth it. As you can see, there's lots of vintage parts. We got the blue sea cutter hull, this little blue ship hull. We also got a bunch of gray base plates, which were only produced in the 80s, I believe. So this set of Legos is very vintage. And once I looked through it all, I was blown away with how much amazing stuff was in here. Let's check it out. There were over 32 minifigures in total from the late 80s to early 90s. Here are some of the classic town figures, probably worth a few bucks a piece. These spacemen, however, go for about $45 alone. And a bunch more for around 7 to 10 a piece, although I would be better to lot them together. And here's a Technic figure. I've sold these before for about $15 to $20. There were also some other random figures that were noteworthy, not worth a ton on their own, but good for selling in lots. But most of the value in this lot doesn't come from the minifigures, but actually the individual sets and pieces that are inside this box. And it's not too hard to find which sets are in here. Just look for unique pieces, like this door that says 5590 on it. I looked up this piece on Bricklink, and it turns out it only ever came in one set, the 1990 Whirl and Wheel Super Truck. And just from all these parts in here, I was able to construct the helicopter of that set. I'm pretty sure the rest of that set is in here, so I should be able to construct it and sell it for over $100. That is just crazy. There's lots of other unique pieces that only ever came in one set, and I've looked through the box and I'm pretty sure I can construct most of them, so once those are built, I can easily sell them for a lot of money. Most resellers, when they find a Lego box like this, they'll separate all the minifigures, sell those separately, and I've shown you guys what those are going for. Then they'll sell the rest of it as bulk. This is about 25 pounds worth of Legos, or $250. But as I've demonstrated, that is the wrong way to do it. What you want to do is actually build the sets that are in here, because there's lots of complete sets, and you do that, you can make like 3 to 4 times your money. It's a no-brainer. It does take a little bit more work, but it's totally worth it in my opinion. So that's what I'm going to do with this stuff. And like always, I found a bunch of random stuff in the Lego boxes. This Micro Machine Central Station's worth about $15 to $20. That's a pretty cool find. I also found these vintage Bakelite dice. Looks like they're selling for around $15. And here's some G.I. Joe accessories that were also in there. These weapons belong to Night Creeper, and the crossbow might be in there as well. I'll just have to take another look. Here's a couple Snow Serpent weapons, not in the best condition, but can probably sell them for $12, $13. Here's another little white gun that goes to Stalker. And then lastly is this rifle that goes to rock and roll. I found a lot of these in the past. I'll probably just save these for now as I'll eventually come across the figures. And here's some more Lego figures I picked up individually, just a mix of vintage, Marvel, Lego City. Paid $30 for all of these guys. I think altogether they're worth about $100, so I think we did really good there. And here's the last Lego thing we bought. You guys saw me grab these for $10. It's worth about $40, I would say, because it's about 5.5 pounds worth of Lego. The main reason I got it, though, was because it had this Wolfpack flag. This is a vintage set, very popular, kind of hard to find. This goes for about $15 alone, so that was definitely a good buy. So now let's take a look at all the video game stuff we bought. Up first, we got this black Wii U console. Paid just $40 for it. Crazy good deal. It goes for around $125. Together with that, we got the GameCube lot here with the silver GameCube, the third-party controller, the OEM power cord, and we even got the original AV cable. Pretty cool. All this together is worth around $80, so paid full price for that, but totally worth it because it came with all these games. This is disc-only Mario Golf, worth around $20-ish. And then we got Day of Reckoning. I just sold this game recently. This is a black label. It's missing the manual, still worth around $25. And then we got Star Fox Adventures, another like $20, $25 game. And then lastly, this FIFA game. I'll probably sell this one with the system as it's not all that valuable. Here's a couple third-party memory cards. As far as I know, they're not worth hardly anything. And here's two Wii remotes we picked up, $4 for the pair. They're worth about $12 a piece. And then lastly, we got a disc-only copy of The Godfather on Xbox. I thought this game was worth a little more than it is. Turns out it's only like a $9 game. But we just paid $1 for it, and we even got an NCAA case, so that was totally worth it. And one of the best finds of the day was the complete collection of Demon Slayer manga. Got all the books in excellent condition. Really amazing find. I paid $15 for all of these. The value is around $125. But it also came with these 4 Chainsaw Man books, which is not the full series, but still worth around $20. We did buy a lot of DVDs today. First up, we have Oz. This is the first 6 seasons. They're complete. They're in great condition. Paid 50 cents a piece for each of these. They're worth about $28, so that was a pretty good buy. And here's a movie I've never heard of called The Mangler 2, starring Lance Henriksen. I think this movie goes for about $16, so that was a good find. And here's I Spit on Your Grave, the unrated edition. I'll probably just trade this one in. And here's some more of the horror stuff, just the cheaper ones because I can't really sell them on eBay, so just going to trade these all in. Lots of Friday the 13th and just some random titles. And here's the first 2 original Halloween movies. I think together they're worth maybe like $11, so I'll probably list those on eBay. And then the last movies from that lot are the original Hills Have Eyes, Part 1 and Part 2. I think together they're worth maybe $15. And here's a Le Mans DVD starring Steve McQueen. I had never seen this before, so I thought I would take a chance. It was just $1. It's worth around 11 bucks. This was kind of a funny find, Leni Riefenstahl's Triumph of the Will. It's of course like a Nazi propaganda film. I'm sure some of you have heard of it. Very influential. You're not actually allowed to sell this on eBay, so I'm going to have to trade this one in for sure. The store that I trade this in at usually sells it for about $8, so I should be able to get at least $5. Pay just $1 for it. And then we got this Frat Boy collection box. Has a couple movies in there. Not all that valuable. I think it's maybe worth like $15 to $20. I paid $5. I did buy a few electronics. First up is this weird little Jeep gauge. I'm still not sure what this is. I paid $5 for it. I assumed it was worth more than that, and the similar one that I could find on eBay sold for like 18 bucks, so I'll just list this one for that same price. I will always buy CD players if I see them for $1. If they work, they usually go for at minimum 15 bucks. This one should easily go for that, so definitely a good pickup. And here's a Disney Sleeping Beauty VHS. The only reason I bought it was because it was sealed. I paid just $2 for it. I think I can sell it for about $13. And then lastly, we got the VHS player that I bought from Goodwill. I paid just $5 for it. Now this exact model, because it has the HDMI hookup, means it's a later model and it's actually very valuable. I think this one goes for like $100 to $200. Pretty crazy. The only problem is it's actually broken. It does not power on at all, as expected with these whenever you find them. But I'm not even going to bother selling it. I think I could only get like $30 to $40 out of it. So I'm just going to throw this away. It was a fun little gamble, but it just didn't pay off. It seems like every video I'm buying these Haynes manuals, and it's because you can get a lot of money for them usually. They sell really well. Condition doesn't matter all that much. But I pay just $1 each for each of these, so pretty crazy. Should be easy profit on all of these. And here's a bunch of paperback books we got from Goodwill. None of them are in like really good condition.
And none of them are super valuable. There might be a couple $15 books in here. You guys have already seen most of the comps on the screen, but I'll just kind of go through them really quick. But yeah, these are always worth looking up whenever you find them, because sometimes there can be ones that are very valuable. I usually will sell them in lots, of course, but always cool to see them. And here's a bunch of graphic novel soft covers that I got at Goodwill. They were in the kids section, so I only had to pay $1 each for them. So I'm always going to buy these when I see them for that cheap. I'll probably end up just trading them all in. And then here we have a bunch of Savage Sword of Conan, like comic magazines. I've seen these a few times at flea markets and stuff. And there was one time I looked one up and it was really valuable, so I kind of assumed that all these were. But it turns out they're only worth maybe like, I don't know, like 10 bucks a piece at best. They're not in the best condition. I'm probably just going to list them all together in a lot. But yeah, here's all of them. Nothing too crazy. I've already looked them up. And we actually got a couple like random magazines here. But yeah, this was not a super good buy. I think I paid 25 bucks for the whole stack. I don't know. Hopefully I can get my money back. Well guys, that's it for me. I'm sorry I didn't get this video out sooner. I know it's been like 10 days since my last video. But a lot of the flea markets are still closed from the flooding, the ones that I go to early in the week. Hopefully things will start opening up and I can get videos out sooner. That's my plan. We do have another one coming in just a couple days, and it is insane, some of the stuff that I bought. You're not even going to believe it. It blows every video I've ever done out of the water. But I can't wait to show you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.